Here we have 2 points, right? So think there's an original and there's a new. So we're going to take these 2 points and we want to find the slope of the line that passes through these points. So basically we want to make a line going through 2 points. So we're going to use this table feature here. We're going to type in 5, -3. That's our first ordered pair. Then we're going to type in 9 and 13. And you'll notice right away we have 2 dots from left to right. It's moving in a positive direction. We want to measure that rise. So right now you'll see, I might zoom in actually, so just click that plus sign there. The slow way to measure the slope is to count up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This sounds familiar. I could get all the way up here. I could count over 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a little bit shorter. So that's one way to find slope, right? Is to count the rise, to count the run, make a fraction, simplify it. There's a faster way. So we measured that change in humans by subtracting. We're going to measure the change in dots in the same way, or points, sorry. I'll be a little more mathy. So we're going to take this 9 and 13. These are the new points, and we're going to subtract the old or original point. So 9, 13, 5, -3. So we're going to measure that rise first. We're going to take the 13. We're going to subtract the -3, right? So rise on the y's. 13, subtract to find the difference. -3 was the original y, and that gives us a 16. So what that means is there's 16 squares here that we're rising up. Down here, we're going to do the same thing. So notice I started with the 13, so I'm going to come over here to the 9 and start with the new ordered pair. I'm going to subtract the 5. So 9 minus 5 makes 4. We now have a rise and we have a run, right? So the 4 is here, and I'm going to now make a slope. So rise, over, run. And what I love about this is Desmos simplifies for me, so I know that the slope is actually just 4, because 16 divided by 4 is 4. So our goal with this is to find an equation, right? So we're going to say y equals 4x. So 4x, you'll notice the line, and I'm going to zoom out just again. If you ever zoom out too much, you can always go back home, and that'll zoom you in. But you'll see here that the line is above the points, right? So the tilt is the same, but we're too high. And so how do we shift that line down? We move the y-intercept, right? So right now we're crossing through the origin. We're going to knock that down. So let's take 10 off, okay? You're going to see, if I come through the dots, I should probably be like here. So I'm just going to kind of keep, let's do 18, getting closer, 20, closer, 22, so close, 23. So all I did was I found the slope, and then I shifted that line down by changing the y-intercept, right? So now, instead of being at 0, I can click here and see that I'm at 23 negative. Okay, so that's all we're doing today. We're just taking out 2 dots, finding the slope, and then shifting it up or down. Let's look at another example. So here it says the points that we want to go through are 321 and 1215. So we type in 321 and 1215. So we're lucky, the points are on the screen. We don't need to zoom in or out. We could zoom in just because it seems like we have a lot of white space. So to measure this change or to find this slope, right, we could do it the slow way. So we could count down squares, we could count over squares. The shortcut is just find the difference. So our new ordered pair is 1215. Our original ordered pair is 321. So I'm going to take the new minus the old. I'll start with the y's. So 15 take away 21. So 15, find the difference, take away 21. That gives me -6, right? Because I'm going down 6. Find the run. So I'm going to take my x's. So again, remember I started with the 15, so I'm going to come over here and start with the 12. 12, find the difference from 3. So 12, take away 3. So 12 take away 3 is 9. That means my slope is -6 over 9, right? So drop 6, run 9. And now you see a crazy decimal. We are not going to use that as a slope. Desmos was thinking ahead. They put in a little button here that simplifies fractions for us. So we're going to use that. So y equals -2 over 3x. And just a little refresher there. Essentially what that means is, right, like I could go down 6 over 9, but an easier way to think about the relationship with smaller numbers is just down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. So I know what my slope is. I'm going to zoom out, and I want to shift this blue line up to the red dots. So if you kind of follow the red dots in a pattern, you'll see it's kind of here. So like 20 something. So I can go up to 20. So up 20. Right? So add 20. And then just keep adding. Add 1, add 2, add 3, up. It goes perfectly through the dots. So that tells me my y-intercept is 23. You'll notice the y-intercept 0, 23 matches. This is the line here that represents this relationship. As you move through, you'll have several examples. You're doing the same thing. This information will stay here for you, so you can kind of refer back to it. Good luck.